Hi friends, it's Karen. It seems so strange that we're already at Maundy Thursday, that this is Holy Week, but here we are. Tonight we'll be celebrating communion again with each other as Jesus did with his disciples around the table that night so long ago, when he took bread and cup and gave it to them and said, "Do this to remember me." And so we will. They were gathered there together that night for the Passover. It was a celebration that was held every year in Jerusalem to remember another night, the night when God brought his people out of slavery in Egypt and began their journey to the promised land, when he rescued them and saved them. And so the disciples and Jesus were gathered in an upper room to give thanks for God's salvation, just as we will be gathered tonight to give thanks as well. Whenever a Passover Seder is celebrated, the youngest in the family begins with a question. Why is this night different from all other nights? And the answer is because what God has done. Well, this will certainly be a different Maundy Thursday than we've ever experienced before. How is this night different from all other nights? How is this season different from all other seasons? It is very, very different. But in a time like this, it's especially good to remember what God has done for us and how God saves us. Tonight, we remember what God has done for us in Jesus Christ, when he took that bread and cup and he gave them to us as a sign. We can't be together in body and person as they were that night, but we can be together in spirit. We'll be live streaming the service at 7 o'clock, and we invite you to join again. Provide your own bread and cup of some kind, if you will, so that we can actually enjoy that taste, to taste and see that the Lord is good. It is so different this time. But in that difference, God is still present. To close, I want to share with you something that someone I know wrote actually in the New York Times last Sunday. Beth Waldermath is a pastor in Decatur, Georgia, with her husband, David Lewicki. David is a friend of mine from a lectionary study group I'm part of. And some of you know David's mom, Debbie Lewicki, because she does the Bible studies so faithfully at Kendall. She's a pastor in our presbytery. Beth wrote an article actually about grief and about their experience together in what they had gone through with their daughter and with a friend of hers, and the way they created new rituals. But I want to read the last paragraph of this article. This Holy Week of the pandemic year, a year when memorials for the dead are indefinitely postponed and in-person Easter rituals are canceled across Christendom, we will mourn the pomp and circumstance of the sacred rites, but we can still linger in the intimacy of our bodies. We can savor the dampness of our tears and the coolness of water when we wash them away. We can care for those with whom we are quarantined, if not in bathing of little feet and anointing of brows, then by taking the time to practice silence together, to offer a long, loving look into the eyes of someone seated a safe distance away, or on the other side of a teleconferencing camera. There's so much glory to be experienced even on this side of the resurrection. There is so much glory to be experienced, even this side of the resurrection. Friends, be safe, stay well, keep the faith, and hope to see you tonight. God bless.